Visvamitrasana. More stuff, more fun stuff, hopefully. So one of the things that tends to happen in Visvamitrasana, the balance part of it is your butt starts to lead the way a lot. So, and that's natural. That's part of where the center of gravity is. So it's helpful then to learn to figure out what your center of gravity is doing, what your butt's doing in the pose. If your butt gets down underneath you too much, or it gets out in the, if your butt is unsupported in the pose, it's just going to go to the floor. So you have to learn to start to figure out how you move your butt in and out. If your pelvis is scooped under, in more of a cat tilt, or more the other direction, the sit bones and the inner thighs are moving back like a cow pose or dog tilt. So part of starting to work with that kind of ability, awareness and ability, the way I think of it, you've got your back leg or your bottom leg and your lifted leg or your top or front leg. And they're kind of working these types of actions. So in order to find a kind of balanced center position, think your back leg in the pose. This is the way I practice it lately anyway. I'm trying to do more inner rotation of my back leg down toward the floor. Then eventually, as your back leg rotates down, you're going to rotate your lifted leg up. So it's these two actions working together, just like they do in all your standing poses. Is a big inner spiral or inner rotation on the back leg, a big scooping under on the front leg. And then that helps hopefully to bring your hips, your pelvis, back into a more centered position. So think of this action in your legs. But the first action on your lifted leg is you're going to probably, you might find it helpful to do a big inner rotation on your, let's say your leg is bent, your front leg is bent. So you do a big inner rotation to get the inner thigh back, and then you straighten the leg, and then finally do a big scoop under to turn the heel up and the sit bone tucks under. So it's jump, jump, the hip back to straighten the leg because the foot's fixed. So to straighten your leg, you have to get your hip back. Then once you get the leg straight, scoop it under. All right? So let's see if that makes sense here. Back leg, front leg. I'm getting my hand position. Now, this leg, I'm going to move the inner thighs back, especially on the back leg. Wrap over. Now, move my inner right thigh back. That's the only way you're going to get your leg straight. A big inner spiral, inner rotation on my back leg, and then scoop the front hip under, but balance that with my back leg. And then reverse that to come back out. Something like that. The tendency in the pose, and it'll happen often, is your butt will go down to the floor. But that's life, isn't it? Good luck.